Hello. So I was gonna go ahead and do my next part to my how I developed anxiety, and I still might tonight, but I'm not 100% sure because to be honest, I there's some stuff I have to mention that I don't, and my kids are like asleep or going to sleep, like right here. So I'm just probably not going to do it tonight. But I thought I would go ahead and just talk about some stuff. Basically about um, life. Um, I don't know. I've just had a lot on my mind lately, and I don't I don't know how to explain it. Actually, I've had a lot on my mind for years. I'm sure you all know that, those of you who follow me. Kind of. I don't know. But I just I don't know. I don't even know what to say right now, to be honest. I do, but I don't. I know what I want to talk about basically, but I'm like scared. I always get scared. I wanted to explain something about my mind, and I don't know if any of you are this way. I blame it on my personality type. Of course, it could easily just, I don't really, I mean, maybe it's all of us. I mean, I really don't know. Basically, my thoughts. And somebody already mentioned a minute ago about racing thoughts and how I get past it and all that stuff. And I've done a couple of videos on my racing thoughts, and which my racing thoughts are like a humongous problem for me. I believe they are one of the big problems for me because they're what start everything. So like something will pop into my head, and it's funny because like me and my daughter were talking earlier, and she was like asking me about my thought processes, and because we had been discussing what our personality types actually, and how we tend to view things and how we see people and like our thoughts. So like I've mentioned it before in a video. You probably didn't even pay attention, but I am if y'all know anything about the 16 personality types, I am an INTP. And to go along with INTPs, I tend to have these thoughts that, this is how I describe it. Okay, I start here. Okay, I start here with this little thought, and then it goes from here to here to there to there, back to here to up here, and then back over here, and then back over here, and then way over here, and then come back over here, and then all of a sudden I'm way over here, and like you're like, whoa, how'd you get there? And this can happen within milliseconds for me. So like it was like, this is how I explained it to my daughter. I was like, I'll start off talking about gorillas and end up talking about how clouds are formed. I mean, within seconds. I'm not even kidding. Like, that's how my brain works. So I'm always thinking, like, I can't, like I was explaining to the doctor today, I cannot just say, okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take this whatever. One of the reasons why it's so hard for me to like take pills or anything, and honestly, this isn't any aspect of my life. So like for me to make a decision is so like horrible for me. Like I cannot. It's like nerve-wracking for me to have to make a decision. So like I'm very indecisive, and the reason why I am is because I can take anything. Let's say a pill. Let's say a vitamin. Okay, like that Serenity that she wants me to take. Right. Okay, I'm thinking of that Serenity. I'm thinking, okay, well, all the stuff that's in it is pretty decent and normal, and like it's all vitamins, and all this stuff. The capsule is made out of like vegetable, whatever stuff, and all this stuff. It's a vegetable cap. And I'm thinking all these positive things, right? But at the same time, in my head, this is how I think. Okay, but what if I'm not thinking of something? What if I missed something, dealing with how something's going to react to me? Or what if I didn't think of like this possibility or this possibility, and what if the niacin is too high? What if I get niacin flush? You know what I mean? What if I start taking these and then like they don't work? Or what if I start taking them and then like they make me have a panic attack for no real reason, but like seriously, because everything that's in it I've taken before and it has never caused me to have any kind of anxiety. The only thing that caused me to have anxiety that was natural, other than like caffeine and stuff, is like, and sugar, is passion flower. So passion flower has always been something that has created really bad anxiety in me. And a lot of like, there's some teas out there that are supposedly calming teas that have passion flower in them, and I cannot drink those. I've seen all natural pills, like stress-free pills and like all these things that have passion flower in them, and I seriously cannot take those. So like that's the only thing that's ever made me feel any kind of anything like bad. So other than, like I said, like caffeine and crap, but okay, so it's just the way my brain works, and that's with everything. So like even when I'm gonna go and eat something, let's say, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go and make me breakfast, okay? I'll go and I'll be like, well, what am I gonna eat today? And normally I usually eat pretty much the same crap. I'll eat either, I get a bunch of kale. I love kale, by the way. I eat it like daily. So I'll get a bunch of kale and I'll make like a kale omelet with mostly kale, like it's green with a little bit of egg in there, and I'll have like a kale omelet, and then I'll have, sometimes I decide, okay, well, maybe I'll put a little bit of cheese on top, or I'm going to have me a handful of cherry tomatoes on the side, whatever. But I'm always like thinking, I'm always like, okay, well, how's my body going to feel? What am I feeling right now? Am I hungry? Okay, well, what is going to happen when I eat this kale? What's going to happen when I eat these eggs? Okay, maybe I shouldn't eat the eggs today, because this is what happens in my head. I start thinking, okay, well, what about my cholesterol? What about, the kale's going to be good for me because of this, but maybe I shouldn't cook it too much, because if I cook it too much, all the enzymes are going to be cooked out of it, and all the nutrients are going to be gone. And this is what happens when I'm even just trying to get something to eat. When I go, you don't understand, my brain, it's like an overdrive, like all the time. And whenever I'm trying to talk to somebody, for instance, I try to respond to somebody. For me to respond, it's so bad for me. Like I have all these things in my head, and like I can be thinking the most awesome things and I know exactly what I want to say, and I know exactly what I need to do, and I know exactly how I want to react to something. But then when the time comes, or like, okay, I'll have full-blown conversations in my head before they even occur. And then if something goes out of sync for what was in my head, I'm like lost, So like, okay, let's say I decide to talk to a certain person, and it could be the simplest conversation ever, okay? And in my head, I've already, within milliseconds, I'm not kidding how fast my brain works like this. That's why I'm always having racing thoughts. But I'll be like, okay, well, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to say this, they're going to say this, and in my head, I'll be like, okay, they're going to say this, or this, okay, and then I'll say, and then I'll answer with this, or this, and then I'll be like, and then I'm going to, I'm doing all this crap in my head. And so like, when that doesn't go as planned, when somebody goes way off of what I thought they were going to even try to say, I'm like, okay, I'm like, what do I do now? So either I stay quiet, or I end up responding in a really ridiculous way, or a way that I didn't intend to respond, or sometimes I seem mean, or sometimes I seem off, because, well, I am off a little bit, but it's really weird, but that's how my brain works. And so I am always constantly having racing thoughts. I'm always having this thought and 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 then this thought, and then it goes way over here to this thought, and then it's crazy how my brain works. And so I have this constantly. Even right now as I'm talking, I am having all of these thoughts going through my head. So to be honest, let me tell you what I do, okay? I have to usually get focused on something because if I don't, but then when I'm focused on that one thing, it gets really crazy in my head too, but not as bad. Of course, like I said, I'm speaking from my own point of view, from what I do for me. And like I said, I don't know if it has anything to do with the personality type or not. And if it does, then if your personality type is something different, then this might not work for you, you know. But basically, I just tend to, okay, anyway, I tend to try to focus on a specific thing, and then the problem with me is that I'll focus on this one thing or this one individual or this one situation, and then I become obsessed because of the way that my mind works. So if I decide, okay, I'm going to focus on this, you know, which it really does help me with my racing thoughts. But then I become like, I'm like, okay, all my thoughts, all those racing thoughts have been thrown into this ball all around this one subject. So like I still have the racing thoughts, but it isn't as bad because it isn't like all over the place, you know. And then I start focusing on that, and then I go into my own little world of like where my own little fantasy world full of illusions. So like not completely filled with illusions. It's like reality mixed with illusion. I don't know how to explain that. So if any of you guys know what I'm talking about or can help me understand my own mind, then please, I mean, do your thing and type, you know, send me an email, send me, if y'all know me on Facebook, send me a message. I mean, if you, for real, like seriously, I don't understand how my brain works. I do understand to a point, but like it's really, really crazy. So anyway, I just want to share that with you guys. And that's how I get out of the racing thoughts. But sometimes, or I will say this too, there's been times where I actually just think of nothing. I'm like zoned out, zombie, nothing. And but that doesn't last very long because of the way that my brain is. So I'll do that, or I'll sit there and I'll decide, you know what, I can't, there's nothing I can do. I don't know. So I end up just sitting there, and sometimes I get depressed, or sometimes or like, because I'm writing my books. A couple of you guys know, a few of you know that I'm writing my books, and when I start writing my books, I'll put on music. I have like a playlist on YouTube that y'all can't see because it's private. But I have a playlist that I play, and it has all this, like, because I love all kinds of music, but I love, like, when I'm writing my books, I love listening to stuff like composers, you know, with different things, and like Celtic or piratey music, you know, but with no sound. Well, there is some music I really do like with the singing, but it has to be like gorgeous singing, you know, along with the medieval type background or whatever. So like that's what I'll listen to, and when I do that, I get consumed again into my books, into that story. So still, regardless, that's how I deal with my racing thoughts. I get consumed by other things. So that's how it is for me. So anyway, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys, and yeah. And remember, I'm serious about the sugar thing. You need to stay away from sugar. Staying away from sugar is going to help you tremendously. The apple cider vinegar is going to help you tremendously. And I don't know if you've noticed, if you've noticed my videos lately, like this past couple of weeks, I don't know if you've noticed a difference in me. I have. And just saying, it's a good thing. So anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Remember, you're not alone. Remember, you're amazing individuals, and I'm about to make another video because I think now I'm thinking of things. So, but anyway, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.